your boy, the Dustin Legend, Leon Rogers. To my right, Media Mind is in the building. Come on.
I'm very happy to be here.
Like that sweatshirt. Shout out to Inglewood Brandon, man.
Corey, shout out, man.
Shout out to all the Chicago heavy-hitting clothing guys. Fashion Geek Zoe, Fly Dave, Jeff, Joe Fresh Goods.
Yes, sir.
Success. What we got? Juggernaut. We got. Who else? St. Alfred still popping?
Yeah, I hope they are.
Yeah.
I went down Milwaukee. I looked to my left and I didn't see them. But
Fashion Geek Zoe, those guys over there. Of course, leaders. You know what I'm saying? The Godfather. And I go back to Tony Sports.
Ooh,
come on,
Tony, man. R.I.P. my dog.
Man, dude. Hey, the twins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Marcus, what up?
Man. Hey, man. Sports Unplugged. We're in the building. Follow us on all social media outlets. SPORTZ. UNPLUGGED. Let's go to YouTube and get them numbers up, man. Let's go to Instagram and get them numbers up. Great show lined up today, man. I know we coming out the gate with some heat. There's been a lot of nonsense being put in the air. Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it, man. The culture in sports, they never let us down.
Not ever.
You know, this
not one time.
Covering this end is a lot better than me giving you a bunch of stats.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, man. And the culture check-in, man, we got boxing, you know, nostalgia shit going on. And
let's call it. See, let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck. But let me tell them who we talking about.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, it's nostalgic.
Right.
Okay. We got Floyd coming back. All right. Floyd announced his comeback. Y'all already heard about the Mike Tyson fight, but now it's a sanctioned fight with him and Manny.
Old shit.
At 50 years old.
It was old when it happened.
Facts.
It's older shit now.
You know.
Nostalgia. The fuck out of here.
There are a lot of different ways we can look at this this Floyd Mayweather comeback.
It's amazing.
It's just flat out. Cause look, I don't pocket watch, but you know,
facts.
Floyd puts what he has attained
all the time
out in the world to the world.
Yep.
Is Floyd broke? Is this a money play? Is this a bag? Because I don't think no one wants to see either one of these fights.
I don't think Floyd is broke. I do think he has financial concerns. I don't think he's broke. I do think maybe his lifestyle is exceeding the income that he has coming in. Floyd is far from broke. It's just like when MC Hammer, everybody was like MC Hammer was broke. No, he's not broke. He's just not worth $40 million no more. He's only worth $1 million. And if that's broke, damn it, give me some broke. Okay,
me.
So for Floyd being broke is probably only having double digits of millions. Like he's probably if he's only worth $40 million, that's broke to him because he was damn near close to $1 billion. Now, I wonder if some of this has to do with the lawsuit he has coming out against Showtime, against his former manager. I guess I don't know if he was involved in that. That they said that they scammed $320 million off the top of his earnings. Remember that New York building deal he was talking about he was doing? Did that go through? Did that fall through? Because you didn't hear any more about it after he did the little thing walking. And 50 Cent, the King Troll, jumped on, which we'll be talking about him a little bit later. Jumped on and was like, yeah, it's broke. You don't know how to read contracts. I told you. Now, the Mike Tyson thing, quick money grab. And listen, I'm going to tell all y'all straight to y'all face, you too, man. Y'all talking about y'all don't want to see it. You fuckers are going to have a fight party somewhere, and you're going to go watch it. Now, you might say, I don't want to pay for it. Like, this is me. I don't want to pay for it. If I got to pay for it, I ain't going to see it. But if somebody is dumb enough to buy it, I'm going to their crib. And I'm going to bring, oh, boy, I got you. What you drinking? We got the tequila, we got the whiskey.
Pull me up.
Pizza, I come through whatever you need, right? Everything except baby oil. I ain't bringing no baby oil. If you just want them parties, leave me out. But I'm just saying, we're going to watch it because the Mike Tyson Mayweather fight, we're going to watch that just to see like a what if, old Mike against old, two different weight classes. But the Pacquiao, the Pac-Man Mayweather fight, we're going to watch because there were some people that still believe that Pacquiao in shape could beat Floyd. And let me tell you, it's going to be the same way it was before. But here's what I get mad about. Why we questioning Floyd pockets for coming back and we not questioning Manny's?
Manny's the president of his country, the mayor, whatever.
He can steal.
He good.
He can steal from them whenever he want to.
Yes. Yeah. He's good.
Floyd is probably worth more than the Philippines.
He's from a small island. He's from a very
I'm
small
just saying.
island.
But nobody's questioning Manny's money. And Manny, this ain't the first thing. See, I'm one of them people that's go on Netflix and watch shit, and I watch this shit. Don't ask me why I was watching. It was called Asian Games or something like that. And they had all the different countries from Asia. Manny was on that shit. A reality show.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Because it blew me because he had the closed caption on there. I was like, I don't want to read.
I watched all that shit. I watched every episode, and the Philippines got eliminated. They had Turkey, China, Korea, all the Eastern Bloc, all the like East Asian countries. And he was on there. So, but nobody questions his money. Now, Floyd brings that on himself because he flaunts his money. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people want to see Floyd broke. A lot of people want to see Floyd lose. I do like the fact, though, he's willing to step back in the ring and put that 50-0 record on the line, even though I don't want to see it. I want to see you retire without a blemish, but, you know, hey, he fighting Manny. And it's not like Manny no spring chicken, and they've inspired De La Hoya to come back.
Yeah, I saw the clip.
Here's what they should do. You know how on the PGA Golf Tour, you got the Legends Tour? Have the Legends boxing. James, Tony, all y'all come back. Roy Jones, if you're 50 and older, you're in that league.
Tournament style.
Beat the shit out of each other. Now that would be enjoyable. You get matchups, James, Tony versus Mayweather, Pacquiao versus Roy Jones. Bring back all the old if you ain't dead and you want to get in there and fight, if Sugar Ray want to dust them off in his 60s and get in there and beat the shit out of it, because it would be two old men fighting each other. It would be a disadvantage. But you'd have to be, the age would have to be, you have to be retired and you have to be close to 50. We'll go, like 45 and up. So, I would pay to watch that tournament. Like you said, Kumite. Round don't matter. Lennox Lewis, get back in there and rematch with Tyson. Y'all both same age. Go ahead. If you ain't dead and you want to get in there, go ahead. Sign a waiver in case you die in the ring. We ain't liable for nothing.
All right, so here's my concern. The Tyson fight is supposed to be April 25th.
Mm-hmm.
This is an exhibition. And then the next month, wait. When is this? Is it September?
September. For Pacquiao.
If Mike hurts you in that ring.
He's not. It's going to be Jake Paul Part 2.
But let me ask you this. Is this going to be scripted? Because these are two actual fighters.
It's going to end in a tie. It's an exhibition. Mike's not going to try to hurt Floyd. Floyd not going to try to just pepper Mike's eye till he's shut, which he could probably do at this age, because it ain't like Mike, the same fast Mike he was, but he still, I wouldn't fight him in a street fight. I ain't trying him. Man, no, it's exhibition. They're going to dance around like him and Roy Jones did. He ain't hurt Roy Jones.
What if Mike said, you know what, I'm tired.
He's going to lose that money. Mike ain't dumb. He crazy, but he ain't dumb. There's a difference. I know a lot of crazy people. They ain't necessarily dumb. They crazy enough to jump off a building, but they not dumb enough to know that it ain't a pool of water down there that they could jump into. Like, that's the difference. Like, the dumb motherfucker jump off the building into the empty pool. The crazy motherfucker jump off the building, but he knows it's a pool there. It's just controlled chaos. And Mike, man, that's gonna be boring. They might hug each other the whole fight. But the Pacquiao, Pac-Man fans still believe he got something to prove. They feel like was sitting made to wait too long to fight Floyd the first time. But Floyd was like, I'm not fighting you and you off the juice. Get off the dope and we can have a boxing match. And nobody wants to say this, but ever since Pacquiao when he got knocked out by Marquez, and after he quote unquote got off the juice, he wasn't the same. He wasn't stopping people no more in 3 and 4 rounds. Don't make you say,
For sure.
You 135 pounds putting people to sleep. Then when you get put to sleep after all this testing and stuff to make sure you clean after you cycle down, it seems like your power went away. Now you having shoulder injuries, you fucked up. Yeah.
So the odds right now, okay, we got
odds on the fight.
We got odds on the fight already. Mayweather to win -175. So you bet 10, you win 1571. All right. Pacquiao to win +150. You bet 10, you win 25.
He the underdog.
They're calling a draw. There's a bet for a draw. Plus 1,400. You bet 10, you win $150.
Look, man. Floyd is still nice with the hands. Floyd is going to pick Pacquiao apart. Pacquiao's old, and he ain't the same guy he used to be.
He's 47.
Yeah. Floyd is 50. This is what used to make me laugh when they fought the first time. I said, what the fuck y'all mad for? Floyd was older than him then, and he beat him. Pacquiao was out of his prime. So if Pacquiao was out of his prime, what was Floyd? Like, you can't have it both ways, man. And I was so mad. I'm going to just keep it real. I was mad at black folks with that, boy. It was brothers that wanted Floyd to lose. I said, but I guarantee you it wasn't a Filipino person in the Philippines saying Floyd Mayweather to win. It wasn't. They'd have beat his ass. So, to sit up here and say, we might think it's boring, but we going to watch it as long as somebody else paying for it. That's just me. I ain't going to pay for it. They ain't going to get no $70, $120 from me. I'm going to somebody else.
Shout out to Jake Paul for opening up Netflix sports, essentially.
Yeah.
The floodgates are open.
Yeah. And
the checks are being cut.
And I wonder who's doing those. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul making this shit interesting. And I trust me on this. Trust me on this. After Floyd does a thing with Pac-Man, I could see Floyd saying, hey, bud.
I was going there.
Come out of retirement. You either gonna take the passing of the guard, or I'm gonna show you that the old man still got it. And that would be one of the highest grossing, if not the highest, in the history of sports.
This is what they're not talking about. They're worried about Tyson and Manny. This is a play.
This the play.
This the play.
The setup.
Come 2027.
And he got
to be 2027.
51. He had to do it then.
Got to do it then, right? He's gonna be front row, front and center.
Bud, get off the couch. Come on.
Yeah, he gonna start taunting him.
Come on, man. You say you cold.
I'll pay for that one. I'll pay for that one. Come on, man.
Then Shakur and them were like, why not fight me for nah. Or Javante. If Floyd want to stay small with it. But I feel like as he older now, he said, hey, Bud. And Bud would be like, I guarantee you, Bud, say, oh, I'll come down. What you need me to get down to? Man, both of them could clear over 100 million. Both of them. That would be worldwide. And then do it somewhere live, like, switch that shit up. Do it outside at the Louvre in France.
They going all the way overseas. They going all the way to Saudi so they can get all the back.
Outside on the roof of the Halal building. God damn it, with nothing but sultans and sheiks around.
Facts, bro.
Or they fight in the middle of the ring surrounded in gold, the weight of the money that they gonna win. It's just gold all around the ring. And the only way you can get it on pay-per-view, you can't even buy tickets. If you buy tickets, you at the bottom of the building looking at the screen. Only people up top is the sheiks. What's his name? The motherfucker who run the boxing over there? I don't know his name.
Face. I can see his face.
But I just know they got that shit on and they gonna be there. What? Hey, break the bank.
If, let's say, just playing devil's advocate, if Floyd loses this fight by decision
to Pacquiao,
they're
going to fight again because it's 1-1.
Do you think Floyd really cares about his 50-0? Because that's what he's been hanging his hat on.
Not now.
It doesn't matter no more?
Not to him. Not at 50. I'm 50. I'm 50.
So this still has me on the side of money.
Well, hold on. I take this back. I think it'll matter to him if he loses to Pacquiao. Somebody that's close to his edge. If he loses one of the young boys.
But why come back and grab Pacquiao?
Because that's the fight everybody wanted to see. That's the fight. That's the closest thing you could do without getting the dog shit beat out of you your first fight back.
By
you
Bud.
ain't finna go grab fuck Bud, Shakur, any of them little boys. You don't want to do nothing with none of them. Frank Martin, none of them. At your age now, as young as they is, they'll wear your ass out. I come back in. Pacquiao's a tune-up, and then I gauge where I'm at. Like, if he just come in the ring and pick Pacquiao apart, just make him look crazy, then he might be like, okay, I'm going to try one of you little young boys. Or spar with him in practice or something and see what he can do. But Floyd, don't get it twisted. They say Floyd still get up and do his routine every day.
some of our greatest comeback stories in boxing: Muhammad Ali, George Foreman.
Listen, nah, we're not gonna do that.
We're not giving George Foreman a great comeback?
I'm talking about we're not going.
Or come out of retirement. I don't want to necessarily call it a comeback.
And look how Ali's career ended. George.
Well, and this is why I'm confused, because Floyd is on record saying, I have all my faculties. I've gotten everything I got out of boxing.
Yeah.
So, and then, again, this is why I'm confused as to why you're coming back, Floyd. And so, for me, if you need some money, you should have learned a lot in your 20-year stint in boxing on how to get some money.
I just hate we automatically go to he broke. Did Jordan need money?
I don't think he broke.
No, but I'm saying I automatically hate that he having money problems, right? He might just had it. Did Jordan need money when he came back with the Wizards? Nah, he still wanted to hoop. And even at 40-something years old, we like, no, Mike, don't do it. I told you, I didn't buy a goddamn Washington Wizards colorway of his shoe.
Zero.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't care which one they made. I could not do it, right? But Mike wanted to still hoop. Mike felt like he could still hoop. And Mike still went out and averaged, 19, 20 a game at 40. It's like LeBron. Everybody like, why don't LeBron retire? Because he still feel like he can play. Now, if LeBron was to go away right now, and then at 45, talking about, I want to come back, I'd look at him crazy. But if he came back and averaged 20 at 45 against dudes that he could be their father in the league, what are you going to say? Like, maybe Floyd just have an itch. Like, I'm sitting here watching these fights. They trash. They bums. Hell, if Jake Paul hadn't got his jaw broke, I'd have fought him next and made big money. Because I beat his brother ass. I'd have beat his ass too. But he broke his jaw. So he like, man, how can I make some big money, not risk getting injured, hurting myself to an extent because it's in your mind? Oh, let me grow a pack. They probably talked on the phone about that shit, dog. He probably called they friend. Like, everybody be thinking these dudes hate each other, man. They get to the bag. They talk shit to each other, sell the fight, which they gonna do again. I wouldn't be surprised if Floyd pulled Conor McGregor back out again. You see, he been quiet. He been off the scene dealing with a lot of legal shit. But if he called him, hey, Conor.
Want some money?
Or if Jake Paul say, hey, Conor.
Want some money?
So, I mean, everything ain't got to be about being broke or whatever. I mean, I'm not counting the man's pockets. I hope he's managed his money well, but he do take care of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, shit, we got that itch, man. I like getting up, looking at my bank account and see a check for $200 million just hit. Man, do you know how I would pass out? If I pass out, if I see a $50,000 check, I'd be like, God damn.
Hey, when I got a Zelle today, yes.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
A Zelle, not a wire transfer. So, man, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing how Floyd looks. I'm gonna watch the exhibition as long as I ain't got to pay for it.
Well, in the spirit of Chicago, you brought up Mike, and I'm glad you did. We saw another Chicagoan, Oak Parkish, but, Iman Shumpert. That's my guy.
Yes. Shout out to Iman.
Shout out to Iman, man. Fresh out of Oak Park River Forest, Georgia.
Dig, one of them ones.
Yeah, he one of them ones. One of the guys. But he was on Club Shay Shay, and he made the comment, because he was asked, who means basically more to Chicago, Jordan or D Rose? And this is an evergreen thing for me. But
I kind of think it's an unfair question.
Now that's interesting.
I think it's an unfair question. That there's only one way you can vote.
If you're from Chicago.
Exactly.
But
who the fuck? Why? That's all that matters. The motherfuckers from Chicago. Everybody else, I don't give a fuck what New York think. I don't give a fuck what LA think. I don't give a fuck what Miami think. We talking about here. So, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, cut his teeth in North Carolina, was born in Brooklyn, cut his teeth in playing basketball, North Carolina, started making a name for himself there, and blazing himself in NBA lore and history here in Chicago. Brought 6 championships to the team. Meant a lot to the city. Not gonna doubt it.
And there are fans that love that, because they can easily say, hey, well, Derrick didn't bring us a championship.
Yeah, but guess, and I hate to say this, But guess what them fans look like? And guess what the fans who say, that would be like, so listen, Derrick, listen, the only reason, and I will say this, I'll stand on this 10 toes down. The only reason Pooh did not have a championship, one, his body betrayed him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Two, they played at that loaded Miami Heat team. They beat anybody else. And if they get to the finals, they beat anybody. He needed one more person to come along with him to handle the scoring load. So, like, if he was going for 40, he just needed somebody to go for 20, 25 consistently every night. Mike had that. Mike knew if he put up 40, he was free to score, Pip was going to have 20, 10, and 10. Pip was going to have that triple-double. Kerr was going to knock down big threes, right? Pooh was a one-man record. No disrespect to Joakim Noah, no disrespect to Dang, no disrespect to Boozer, who I didn't think ever played up to his contract while he was here. But Luol Deng, like, I just didn't feel like 18 points a night wasn't going to get it. He needed.
It's a third option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe Kim wasn't a scorer, but he was going to give you,
Energy
he was
guy.
rhyming.
Energy
He was
guy.
rhyming. He was going to give you his hard on defense, block shots, dive, guard the toughest big man, body up. Pooh just needed somebody else. This is when I wish we still would have had like a Ben Gordon in them runs.
Ben was tough.
Remember how Ben was
tough.
tough, but that was a super small backcourt. I love Kirk Heinrich, but Kirk wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And no diss, that team did what they did. Bench mob, all that shit was crazy. But for Chicago, for kids coming up, watching this kid come from Chicago Public League, 1 year in college, pros, youngest MVP ever, and was still outside his community, that you can't repeat. I will let you pass on winning an NBA title for that. I still see you outside, still see you doing for the area that you come from, still see you trying to build up your city, and you from here. You could have been like a lot of cats, got your money, moved, stayed wherever.
His son still goes to school here.
Come on, man.
He moved back here.
Come on, dog. So I like shit like that, that say what you want to. Same way about Brian. He always Akron first. He's always Cleveland first. You know what I'm saying? And every chance he gets, when he does stuff, he makes sure he does it in his hometown. He built the school out there. So to me, that resonates more. Now, don't get me wrong. Both of them can walk through the city of Chicago and get whatever the fuck they want, going to any restaurant they want to and eat. I don't think there's a soul out here that dislikes Derrick Rose and thinks he's an asshole. Now, I've heard some people say, Mike an asshole, but Mike can still walk in your restaurant and get something to eat. So I just think it's an unfair question in the sense that that's a layup answer. Derrick Rose is from here. Now, yes, there are other players from here that have went to the NBA. I'll put it like this. Anthony Davis, he got an NBA title, right? He from here, right? I don't think he has the effect on the city that Derrick Rose has. And Derrick Rose has no title. Now, how you want to make that correlation, like, why doesn't he? That's on you. I'm just saying Anthony Davis, NBA champion, will get into the Hall of Fame eventually, probably not first ballot, if he was to retire right now, has not had the impact on the city of basketball. And it's not dissing Anthony Davis. Has not had the impact on the city of basketball like Derrick Rose have. But they're all great players. I mean, Mark Aguirre, you got plenty of people from Chicago. Isaiah, right? 2 rings, NCAA championship.
The story is better. It's an emotional attachment.
Man.
And even for me, I grew up on Jordan, but I'm from the crib.
Come on, dog.
And we are dogs when it comes to this basketball shit. And to see somebody that you can reach out and touch or go outside any day and you could actually walk into them or run into them.
That's crazy. And when I say, we talk about Jordan, because I grew up in the Jordan era too. Madhouse on Madison Jordan era, right? 88 dunk contest in the stands with Pops era, right? But Pooh was must-see TV, bro. I didn't miss a book. I didn't miss Jordan game either, but that MVP, Derrick, the dunk on Goran Dragic here, Man, the cross, get in the lane against the Heat, throw it down with two hands. I said, man, you know, look at these goofies dancing at the All-Star game years. That boy was different, man.
Classic. For that alone, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
And then turn around, bump into him and Reggie at Francis on 75th. The fuck you doing on 75th, Pooh? I don't know. I'm out here with my brother. Low-key, calm. Man, love the dude. Like, I would literally have to see him do something crazy.
To believe.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? From him and his brother. Now, you know, his brothers, you know, different stuff. But that was the barrier. And that's another thing. I wouldn't necessarily say the city protected Jordan. The city protected Pooh. Jordan might go somewhere. Somebody might try to get him. Well, nobody bothering Pooh, man. Nowhere.
These are facts.
Nowhere. Quiet kid, basketball spoke for him, and basketball made him the brother he is right now. So I was so glad when he got. That's why when I heard people talking shit about what they retiring his jerseys for, what?
No, he earned that.
You stupid Listen, first ballot Hall of Fame, if you want to say he don't go in on the first ballot, cool. But you know the Hall of Fame, basketball Hall of Fame is what you've done. It's your basketball resume.
It's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
Come on, man. That man, didn't they do 4 or 3 high school state championships? Or Jabari, them the one that did 4.
Jabari, yeah, they ran
But
out.
Jabari was on a couple of them teams with him. So he did 4. I'm going to give him 4. Came into Memphis, went to the finals his freshman year. After all the controversy about grades and everything, then came in the NBA and said, hey, man, my time is now. And a lot of y'all came. Okay, man, I ain't never heard about players getting sick when they was playing the Bulls. I'm going to take off tonight. I got a hamstring. Andre Miller hate Derrick Rose. That's probably the only person in the world that hate Derrick Rose. Andre Miller. Because when you do the highlights, Andre Miller's on a couple of them with different teams getting his ankles separated, stuck to the floor. But nah, man, that's an unfair question. It's gonna be Pooh. If you from Chicago. Now, if you from the outside of Chicago looking in, you might be like, well, Jordan brought you 6 championships. Yeah, but Jordan also had a center on the west side that I never saw him in.
And just so we clear people, 2 state championships, 2006, 2007, right? Because you know they're getting the comments. You're incorrect.
I'm sorry about that. Well,
You know?
Jabari and them got 4, right? They the ones that won 4, I think.
Jabari
won
he might have got 3
or 4.
straight.
3 straight, yeah, something like that. I know it was one of them Simeon teams that they did, and maybe he was on, because I think, didn't he play with Pooh 1 year as a freshman?
Let's take a look.
Let's look and see what I'm like. Like I said, I don't know.
He got 3.
He got 3.
2010, 2013. So yeah, D Rose was gone.
D was gone.
Yeah.
Okay, but he got 3. So I mean, 3, 2, and then D Rose probably had parade all basketball that shit.
For sure, All American.
So I mean, you know, hey, listen. Well, I don't give a fuck even if y'all get mad that I misquoted the shit wrong. At the end of the day, he was somebody that was special to Chicago basketball, and to be drafted number 1. How many motherfuckers from Chicago was drafted number 1?
It never happens. Never happens.
So, to me alone, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I said, you can't tell me nothing bad about that guy, man. That's one guy whose character comes into a room before he does.
We got podcast beef out here.
Uh-oh.
We got NBA, former players, NBA beef, and I love this shit this is why I tune in to watch other pods.
Yep.
For the stories and also for information, right? Stories are funny because it's always funny when you hear guys that played against each other now can tell everybody what really was going on, right? Outside of the ESPN, NBCs, CNNs, everything that you thought you knew. Now we're going to get it from the horse's mouth. So we got Rashad McCants.
The God.
I would even call him a polarizing figure.
The God.
On Gil's Arena, right? You know, he's the X factor. You never know what he's going to say, what he's going to do, but you tune in because of his antics and just the wild shit.
Same reason why Nick Young is on it. Like, Nick is just fun to watch.
Facts.
Nick make me laugh, G.
Oh, he hilarious. Yeah. So we got Rashad McCants getting into it with the Baja podcast, right? On the Baja, to the Baja, excuse me. To the Baja, you got
Raymond Felton.
Raymond Felton.
Charlie Villanueva.
My man, I can't even think of his name.
He played with them.
He played in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right? And one more guy, kind of moderated guy, right?
Yeah.
So they get into it. All because of Darren Williams went on out the mud with Randolph and another Chicago
Tony Allen, another dog.
Another Chicago legend.
Another
right?
dog.
And the story comes up about them, their draft class. And Darren Williams says, yeah, man, I basically killed dude. And, he fake got hurt. Right? Story gets out.
Quit the workout.
Story gets out. Rashad responds and says, yeah, well, that's not exactly what happened. I dunked on the sick guy. This guy here, Darren Williams, been ducking me.
Right. I used to kill him.
And I don't even.
The fat guy,
I don't even like, right?
No, he said I used to kill Raymond Felton in practice.
I used to kill him in practice. So they're going back and forth. Now, for me, let's not forget this. I don't know if you remember, Rashad McCants is the same guy who went on some publication, it might have been CNN at the time, and broke the story about athletes not going to class and just taking Afro-American studies.
Talking too much.
Right? And Roy Williams didn't like that.
At all, because that made him look crazy.
He made the block hot.
And the whole team turned on him for that. All them dudes like, man, what the fuck wrong with you?
What you doing? Right?
Whether it's true or not.
And so Rashad McCants has a history of being the guy that goes against the grain.
A provocateur. He's
for
a contrarian.
No reason, right?
Yeah.
And some people just live in that space because they don't know how, they're socially awkward, right? Now, Felton has said, hey, look, man, he's the greatest scorer I ever played with. But the truth of the matter is, I believe McCants had 3 to 4, 5 years in the league, tops. McCants, I played 14.
That was nice. My man we got to find out the name, because I don't want to do him wrong, because he really spoke on it. He broke it down. The leader of that podcast, he said, man, I played on that team. He was like, how was you one of them niggas when May, and Felton even said it, in the championship game, May was the guy, and then I was right behind him. Like, your points were, you wasn't even, like, May was the man. And he was like, but the guy who's the lead on that said something that was super cold. He was like, man, I bleed North Carolina. That was my family. And when you start saying shit like that, you playing with the name North Carolina, and we all from here. We all bled the powder blue and white. So here's my thing with Rashad, though. Rashad know what he's doing. He in the podcast space, excuse me, because even on Gil's Arena, bring out the body bag. I got the book. He dressing up like a doctor, all type of weirdo shit. But it works, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. It's entertaining. But wait a minute. Let's go back, bro. This all didn't start because of Deron. This was started because another dog out of Chicago went on Gil's Arena and told that story about how he told a story about how Rashad quit on a pro workout.
Yep.
Shout out to Patrick Beverly.
Shout out to Pat.
That's how this shit about him quitting kicked off. Pat stood face to face with him and said, dog, you quit. I don't forgot what team they was both trying out for. He was like, I want to say it was Minnesota. He said, you quit. You quit. I was on your ass. I was picking you up 94 feet. You quit. You talking about you was tired, dehydrated. I don't give a fuck. He said, I know you didn't finish the workout. I finished the workout. That started it. Then Pat kind of went away, got rid of Pat. Then when the Baja picked it up, they was like, well, shit, he did that shit. Then the story started coming out. Julius Hodge also confirmed this shit. You know, now Nick tried to save him. Nick tried to save him. Nick said,
Theo Pinson from the Baja. Just
Theo
Pinson.
He really had a lot to say. But Nick tried to save Rashad. He was like, man, motherfucker. He said, if I'm going in the top 5, fuck, I look like working out with somebody 13 to 15. And I got that because he said, I ain't going to do nothing but make them look better. They can't make me look better. I'm supposed to bust their ass. And I get it. So my thing was, then why even go to the workout, period? If you know you're going to be working out against them, don't even go to the workout. But don't start something. And then maybe if somebody cooking, getting off on you because Julius Hodge was one of them ones when he was at North Carolina State.
Yes, sir.
He could cook. So, and he said the same thing.
He added the Baja, said, all facts. Thank
the
y'all.
Police say he corroborated the story.
Right. Now, what I also found interesting, which is weird to me, Gil's Arena, they haven't been in studio, they've been on Zoom or whatever, right?
Yeah.
As recent as in the last 10 to 12 hours, everybody on the pod is asking him, hey, look, man, what really happened here? Because everybody's corroborating this story. He says, I'm done talking about it. And if y'all keep asking me, y'all are against me. To his own co-host on Gil's Arena. This is victim behavior, and I don't like it.
Well, hold on. So, because I watched it, when he came on air with his little doctor suit on,
Facts.
He put the question out there. And Gil, hey, listen, man. Gil is the asshole you need in your crew.
He's the troll, for sure.
He's the
best.
troll. He's the guy you need in your crew. Kenyans will beat you the fuck up. I'm not finna argue with you. Kenyan will beat you up. Nick is the funny drunk. Like, hey, man, let's just chill out, get fucked up, go get on some hoes. Brandon Jennings is the pretty boy. Like, hey, none of y'all better than me. You know what I'm saying? We wipe the bath. Rashad is the asshole.
The antagonist.
But so when he asked a question, Gil immediately was like, yes. Everybody else said no. I knew Gil was trolling, but Rashad, and here's another thing. All you athletes out there. I know some stellar athletes, guys who did the game at a high level. Y'all some of the most emotional motherfuckers ever, man.
And that's exactly
y'all
what this
y'all
is.
fucking feelings, especially when somebody talk about some shit you did for years at this level. I done seen dudes play Division III. You can't have a conversation about basketball with them because you don't know the game. Well, apparently you don't know it that well neither. You sitting in the same bar I am, drinking the same drinks, and I might make more than you now. After your 27-year stint in Israel, motherfucker. Like, I find a few of them that can, that blow the shit off. They, yeah, whatever, you got to right to your opinion. But it's, or dudes that they played a couple of years of college ball, didn't never make it to the pros. Well, see, I'm an athlete. No, you're not shit. You work for Ford, nigga. You putting doors on cars. Just, let it go. I get it. Well, you feel the same way about comedy? I said, no, I don't. Comedy is subjective. I know that I don't make everybody laugh, and I can accept that.
You can get on stage until you die.
Till I die. As long as this work, I could talk.
Oh,
George.
Whoa, pause.
Yeah,
oh,
God.
God.
That was crazy.
Oh.
That was crazy.
What?
Let's take a break. Can we take a break? That was crazy.
What? As long as this.
I gotta refresh the cache.
What? Hey, people, y'all hit rewind, man. God. Okay. All right, we back.
Damn. I buffered on that one. The internet was slow on that one. But no, I'm just saying, like, a lot of athletes be emotional. And Rashad is very emotional about this. And I'm going to keep it real. I think the only person on the Baja that really could, I wouldn't be mad at if he saw Rashad, he put hands on him, is Charlie Villanueva.
Yeah, calling the man sick, that's crazy.
Calling him sick because he had, he suffered from alopecia. And what Charlie said was real. He said, man, that shit don't bother me. I've been getting teased about that all my life. He said, but what about the kid that's somewhere struggling with that shit, or a girl that's struggling with it, and you making fun of calling them sick? You don't know how that affect them. He was like, but other than that, playing you in basketball shit, he's like, nigga, I'm 41 and I'm broke up. I ain't playing you in no ball. Whoop, wop the bam. And Raymond felt that and calmed himself down. He's like, hey, man, I'm a family man right now, but if you want to go dumb, and I said, damn, Raymond talking like he used to be outside with them niggas.
Yeah. Raymond wasn't no punk.
He said, man, if you want to go, he said, I could go back to college, Raymond. First coming into North Carolina. I worked hard to get to North Carolina. Dog, where I'm from, he said, but I'm a family man now. But if you want to get on some stupid shit, he said, man, let me stop talking. And Deron Williams was like, I own a gym in Dallas. If you want to come box, Let's get it.
And they've done stories on his boxing gym and showed him, putting
Getting
hands.
it in.
Yeah.
But it's like playing basketball, that's dead. I ain't doing none of that. But if you want to come, but my thing is, fellas, why I gotta get to that? You know who I would call? Who ran the workout? Whatever who ran the workout say, that's what I'm going with. So if they call the coach, yeah, Rashad bitched up, or no, Rashad was genuinely hurt, we checked him, then leave it alone. I'll just get the coaches who ran the workout. That can't be hard. If you can find Julius and them, you can find the coaches. That's what I would do. If I ran the bar, I'd be like, let's get the coach in here. Coach, whatever you say, we going with it.
Yeah.
We gonna leave it alone. Because it ain't like Rashad can affect you being hired nowhere and vice versa. Whatever you say, we gonna leave it alone. If you say Rashad competed at a high level and he hurt himself in the process and we had seen enough of him to make a decision, cool. But if you say, no, we kind of checked off on our boxes that he checks out mentally and he checks out physically during practice, then you quit, motherfucker. End of discussion. The coach said that, not us.
They said the chat was calling him Rashad McQuits.
Man, that's crazy. But back to the whole thing about when Gil said yeah and everybody said no. First he was pointing at Gil. He was like, yo, Gil, he said, I feel like you was trying to line me up, like when you had Pat Beverly come on the show.
But that's so personal, bro. Like, Pat's a hooper, and Pat had a pod. Of course I'm bringing him on.
But he said you was helping Pat get his numbers up at the expense of me.
It comes with the space, right? Here's
So
the thing.
who done Gil done had on that was shooting at him from another pod that he done had on and sat face to face with?
Let Gil tell you ain't nobody better than him.
That's basketball. But who done said question Gil character? Like Javarius Crittenden ain't been on that motherfucker.
No, but they took their story to HBO.
And even then, it made Gil look like he just a silly motherfucker, and it made Javarius look like he was a criminal.
Well,
When I watched it, I mean,
I'm with you, but when it's your platform, you can decide who sits next to you, who comes on.
He ain't asked Draymond to come on and sit next to Kenya.
True.
So I'm saying.
Point well noted. I'll give you that.
Matter of fact, when Pat came on to talk,
He came on there twice.
Was Brandon Jennings there?
Brandon was there.
Remember they back and forth?
Brandon was there.
Remember they back and forth?
Yeah, Brandon was
that
there.
before or after they back and forth? When Brandon was like, you can't, if you didn't average double figures, you can't be in this conversation.
That was after, but they got into it on the show. Right?
Who's my man that used to play for Sacramento that comedian T Murph looked like? And he said, dog, we can line it up. Did he have him come on the show? I'm just saying, I could see where Rashad would feel like you brought dude on at my expense.
But is Rashad untouchable, right?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
And we haven't seen anyone sit that Kenyon had an issue with.
That's what I mean. The sensitivity of the shit. They sensitive. But I can see how you feel like if these that would be like if me and you we out and motherfuckers start criticizing me and you turn around and laugh at it. And I'd be like, damn, man, like fuck. No, depending on, cause you don't know how serious it is between me and them. And you laugh, and I'll be like, nigga, I ain't know it was that serious, But I'm like, nah, man, right then and there, I can't get that back. Everybody think, we supposed to be a unit over here. But if they fuck with you and it's true, dog, I can't. That, like if I bomb at the Airy Crown and niggas is clowning me, I bombed at the Airy Crown. But if they say in they mind I bombed at the Airy Crown, but I got hundreds of people over here that was at the Airy Crown was like, nah, he had a great show. And then you side with them and laughing and shit, trolling, yeah, I might feel a certain way. I'm like, damn, for real, man? You thought I bombed too? Because all these people say I killed. These 5 dudes that don't like me for some reason, and I ain't saying that that's the case with them. I don't think they don't like Rashad. They just hate his antics.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more about you find a way to not hold yourself accountable. Like, you can be joked on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You ain't above nothing.
You ain't above nothing.
And I think he was an asshole in college. I think he was. I want to say that. I do think Rashad was entitled in college. I do think he was one of them ones. He was cold, like Theo said. That boy was bad. Like they say, that boy, I ain't taking nothing away from him on basketball. And I think that was here. And he felt like I was better than everybody else on the team, but you didn't live up to those expectations, and now that might bother you. When you see a guy like Raymond Felton, who you were better than in college, did 12 years, 13 years in the league. When Deron Williams made his run, did years in the league. When, even Theo said, I played 9, 10 years in the league, and here it is, you was a star and only got 4 or 5 out the deal.
And that's when you got to look at yourself and say, maybe
yeah,
I'm the problem.
I'm the problem.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't saying the same thing about you.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Whatever, bro. I like what you bring to the table at the end of the day.
Oh, he's silly dude above.
And he works the algorithm the right way. He knows exactly what he's doing.
But see, this is what I hate about the internet. This is what I hate about podcasts and all that shit. People will go out of their way to work the algorithms, right? Anything I'm saying on here, if it happened to catch an algorithm, it does. But I don't purposely come on here to say shit to get it. He does, like with the theatrics, with the bag, and I get it. That's how you make your bread. But that don't set right with me. Like if we had this conversation, if Rashad rode up on me on the street, I say the same thing to him, and I just wouldn't record it though. He will record it.
Here, sit down. Let me ask you this: where do you land with Jason Williams coming out of Duke? One of the best PGs. I was happy when the Bulls got him.
Boy.
Woo! Jay Will's cold. He went in.
Everything happened for a reason, though. We'd have never got Pooh.
There you go. He went in on Luka and basically called him lazy and not a leader. Can he lead a team? Is he good for the Lakers? Where's the lie, people?
I always said he was James Harden light. And by light, I mean skin color. Tell me they ain't the same. Only play one end of the floor. I might give Luka the edge of getting to the bucket better and using his body better inside. But shooting and all that, around the same thing. And guess what? If I don't, I can't count on you to do nothing but score in the playoffs. And if you're not doing that, we short. Everybody was like, oh, the Mavericks made it to the finals. Who was running that team? Who was running that team? He was getting the ball to him, but who was running that team who had been to a finals before and knew how to navigate the playoffs?
Who's
Kyrie
that?
Irving. Kyrie Irving. And who did he play underneath? LeBron. And he said himself, when he went to Boston, he learned a lesson. I wasn't ready to be a leader yet. Kyrie could be a leader of men. I just don't think, can Luka get it? I don't think Luka's ever going. I think Luka's never going to be that guy, that can temper a team because he wants the ball. And that's cool. I like that. But they need somebody on that Lakers team, like when LeBron leave, who they got that's going to control Luka.
And so I don't think people paid attention to his actual stats. When you see highlights, he got 30 and 10 or a triple-double tonight. Whole time he's leading the NBA in turnovers.
Yeah.
Right? Whole time he's whining on the other end of the court.
Yep.
Right?
He's
not getting back.
Leaders don't do that.
And because Dallas is not the market that LA is, some of those things are coming to light.
Bypass, right. And you know what? And like I said, fussing at a ref about a call and whining are two different things.
Yeah, man, get back on D. Just get back on D.
That's it. And then during the timeout or whatever, go get a ref info or let your coach do that shit. You focus on winning this game. But like I said, James Harden light, offensively, one of the best to ever do it. But he's going to be the same thing, and I wonder if he's going to get the criticism that James Harden get. I'm going to be a guy that I'll put up crazy numbers in the playoffs, but it don't help us win. It's empty quarterback stats. You know what I'm saying? Like, late in the game, you down 2 touchdowns, defense playing prevent, you throw for 275 yards in the second half. Well, shit, they was up 21. So they like you had to get away from running the ball. But same thing, I think it's not. I don't dislike Luka. I love watching him play. But does he necessarily? Now, what does this say about Nico? Does this make Nico Harris? Does this make Nico Harris be like, I told y'all, Or can he say I told y'all yet, or they got to give it some time to see? Because if Luka go over to LA and don't win, which is he's in the same situation that he was in Dallas, they don't have people who they gonna put around him. Who they gonna put around him?
And it's not proven that whoever they put around him that he can get where you need to.
They got a bunch of people around him that don't play defense. So what are they gonna do?
Luka is 27 years old. If he's been playing professional ball since he was 13.
Yep.
If he hasn't learned how to be a leader,
It ain't happening.
It ain't gonna happen.
Ain't leader got to be in you.
Yes.
And you don't necessarily have to be a star player to be a leader. Mike Conley is a prime example of that. Any team he goes to, he immediately becomes a leader. He galvanizes the locker room. He talks to guys. But is he the best player on the team? No. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul, for as much as an asshole as he was, can't nobody doubt his leadership skills. He gonna be on your ass. Yeah, you got the Kobes and the Jordans that led with iron will. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna do this, you trash ass motherfuckers, or you will be playing in Guangdong, China next year, right? And you got somebody like Kevin Garnett who leads with energy. Come on, Lord. I need you, Lord. Come on, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people like Jimmy Butler that lead by antagonizing his fellow stars. Man, y'all ain't shit. I'm on y'all ass in practice all day today. So, but he's not that guy. Or Steph Curry, who leads by, watch Steph.
Action.
I'm going to shoot this thing. Follow me, y'all. Come on, I got us. But then he going to make the right play. Maybe I don't need to pull this three right here or force this shot. Maybe I do need to get it to this. Or Draymond. You know what I'm saying? As much as you might call Draymond a jerk or whatever, he's a leader. He could come in and direct and lead. I just don't see that with Luka.
And I'm not making any excuses for Luka. Look, he came in the league at 19. You're 27 now. Yeah. 27, you're officially a real grown man. You've experienced a lot.
It's gonna hit you plateau. It's finna hit here.
And is he reaching out to former champions? Is he having the conversations? Is he trying to figure out how to be a leader?
He got one on his team. You know what I would have wanted to see? I wonder if LeBron said, "Hey man, come work out with me this summer."
We won't see the video.
If I'd have saw that of him and Luka in the gym every day, like doing that LeBron shit, that $2 million to your body shit, I'd be like, Luka finna tear the league up. He finna kill him. I can say this right now. Anthony Edwards is more than a leader than Luka.
Facts. He came out the gate saying, "Look, man, I love cooking y'all. Now what?" He telling vets on his team, "Give me the ball. Go here. Be there." You cannot be afraid to tell somebody on the basketball court where to be so the team can be successful.
Yep. Yeah. So like I said, Luka Doncic is a great player, but he's not a leader of men. I would not say he's a leader of men, and Jay will. I don't know if they killed him for that or whatever, but he's 100% right. I've always said that's James Harden light. James Harden light, and not light as in basketball. He ain't as good as James. James Harden light is in that skin color.
We know what it is. I got to ask you this. Our guy, your guy, the world's guy, ESPN's favorite.
Yes, sir.
Stephen A. He's at it again.
Oh, here we go.
He's at it again. And, he's talking this. There's no secret that me and LeBron don't like each other or we hate each other, whatever it is, right? Can you help me land this plane? Because I don't understand.
I might have jumped out already fucking with you. I might be on my way down.
I just don't understand why a man who is not a athlete or in the NBA, you are a sportscaster. You're a character. You are who you are. You're a character.
Whoa.
No, he's a character. He is a character. Let's be clear. You gotta have character.
No. You don't. When I hear the word character,
no, I'm not shitting on him. I see what you're saying.
When we say Rashad McCants be a character, like I believe Rashad is that way off the mic, minus the uniforms and all that shit. I believe Stephen A. Smith stands 10 toes down on what he says, not just for show. It's not just for the algorithm.
I believe all of the I believe all of that again has come over time, because if you look when he first came on, it wasn't that same energy. He found his voice. So when I say character, I mean he puts on his suit, comes out the booth, puts on his suit, and jumps into character, right? and all of the antics, the voice inflections and all that. That's when I say character.
I believe he do that in a barbershop. It's just when I first got on radio, true story. Crazy how McGee, when I first went to GCI, right? Oh, now let's take it back. When I first got on radio with Courtney Hicks at Power 92, I was told this is what we want you to do. And that's all I did, right? I made sure because I didn't want to fuck the job up. I just got it. Then Courtney said, hey, be Leon. Don't worry. I'm piloting the ship. The reason why we brought you on here to be you. Oh, okay. I did me within the system.
Okay.
Until I became the system. Now we might say, oh, I see all that. No, he's the system now. The offense runs through him. Before, offense wasn't running through me. I had to divert to Skip. I had to divert to these guys that's been on TV all the time. Same way Shannon Sharp. Look what when he first came on that show, all right, I can't do what I want to because, I don't know how Skip gonna feel about it.
Skip.
But then, after the audience grows, producer, somebody in his ear, hey man, we giving you some freedom.
Okay.
To do what you want to do. Now the do-rag come out with the Hennessy, which I thought was crazy, but it launched him to the point where Skip was like, oh shit, he's the system now.
So let me not be personal. I see what you're saying, but again, if that was already in him, we didn't see it until however long, right? I just don't understand. If you don't like this man, I know you have a job to do and you got to report on LeBron, but to just have podcasts, have different sound bites of you saying, I don't like this man, or we don't like each other, or we hate each other. I don't think anyone cares, Stephen A., because I don't think LeBron cares that you don't like him.
They asked a question. He didn't just pull that out his ass.
He doesn't have to answer the question.
Same way LeBron don't, but he do. See, stop. You gonna stop that athlete shit. I just told you, them the most sensitive motherfuckers in the world. And he still, and to this day, I still stood with Stephen A. Smith. I don't think he was saying LeBron was a bad father. We're gonna go back to that.
You're gonna go all the way back there.
Because that's what it's about. That's what kicked off all this we don't like each other no more shit. They probably had tension before because he was critical of his game, Bronny's game, or whatever. Bronny's in the league. Everybody's going to talk about it.
Everybody can get it.
Everybody outside is saying the reason why Bronny is in the league because you're his dad. That's not nothing new. When Stephen A. said, man, I just, as a father, he didn't say you was a bad father. He just said, man, think this one out. You're putting more pressure on that kid than he ever would have received just coming out and getting into the league on his own.
Let me ask you this. Because Stephen A. is a veteran and he's very good at what he does. I cannot take that away from him.
Yeah.
If he knows that these questions are going to happen, right, he has the autonomy to say, I'm not talking about that. Before the cameras come on, I'm not talking about that.
But that takes away from him saying, I'm an open book. What have you heard Stephen A. dodge a question? Let's just be honest. As much as I hate the man, I don't agree with everything Stephen A. says. But as a person that works in media, I've never seen him duck a question.
Fair.
Never seen him duck a question. Now, I'll tell you what, I don't like the political shit of him. I think he needs to leave that shit alone. But again, that's like me telling LeBron and them to shut up and dribble. You can't tell a person not what they can and what they can't get into. All I'm saying is this. When they came and asked him the question, could he said, me and LeBron don't like each other, and that's just that simple. We ain't gonna never like each other. Would that be better, or you would still be mad? Well, he don't have to say no comment. No, fuck that. I don't like him. He don't like me. Cool. Now, do we go a little bit too far into it? Yeah, but I think he's still defending himself from what he said because what LeBron did was for the algorithm.
Does Stephen A.
Because you had a conversation with Richard Jefferson afterwards, and you let cameras pick all that shit up. You wasn't covering your mouth like you do. You stood over Stephen. The whole shot, everything was crazy. Like, what's Stephen A. gonna do to you? And then here's my thing. Again, I don't think he was saying LeBron was a bad dad. He was just saying, in this circumstance, you are putting unnecessary pressure on Bryce. Let me ask you a question. Is he doing this shit with Bryce?
No. We
Why
know
not?
that.
Is Bryce not as good?
We don't know. He hasn't got enough time.
Now we don't know.
We don't know.
But before we knew Bronny
That's how he
was
felt.
ready for the league.
That's how he felt.
After a heart attack.
That's how he felt.
But now Bryce, who just redshirted at Arizona, will be back. So that means he'll be back another year.
He might jump in the portal.
Even if he jump in the portal, he's playing another year of college basketball.
For sure.
And Bron still hasn't renounced his retirement yet, right? So let's just say Bron played next year and don't announce his retirement. That means he going another year because Bron wants the king of the throne, bye-bye, you leaving treatment. So if he retiring, we going to know he retiring at the beginning of the year. He not going to get into the year and say I'm retiring unless he get hurt major or something. He's going to go around and get his flowers. And then Bryce decides to come out. Is he going to tout Bryce like he touted? No, because you want to know why? I think he does realize now, I did put a lot of pressure on my son. It was already scrutiny on him that he's going to get drafted by the Lakers because I'm a Laker. And then me saying shit like on Twitter, which this is, you can go back and look this up, Bronny is better than half these dudes in the league right now. He didn't say that?
No, he absolutely said that.
So now Stephen A. can't say nothing about that. That was bad. If you feel that way, you feel that way. But that was bad. You don't say that out loud, Brian.
My question is, as a media guy for 20 plus years, when is enough, right?
Because it's my job.
It's my job. Okay, cool. I feel like, this is this is not me being objective at all. I feel like Stephen A. in this particular situation wants validation from someone that he's never going to get it from.
What type of validation?
He wants LeBron to be like, nah, Stephen A., I fucks with you. We cool, right? So now he can say, just like he says, well, I talked to Jordan the other day, and this is directly from Jordan mouth. He wants to have that relationship, and for whatever reason, they don't. And if Stephen A. is the pinnacle, the apex, the zenith of sports commentating, and you don't have that relationship with the same guy who is on everybody's Mount Rushmore, debatable between, him and Jordan. If you don't have that relationship, Stephen A. may feel like, oh man, well, why don't you like me? What's going on? And until you do, I'm going to let the world know that I don't fuck with you and you don't fuck with me. It's a little weird.
I'm on the total opposite end of that spectrum.
Cool.
I'm on the end that, first of all, Stephen A. Smith is a proud fucking New Yorker. And if you got any friends in New York, any, you hear me? Anybody from New York watching this gonna back me on this. You can't tell a New York motherfucker nothing about New York. It is the only city in the world, the greatest city in the world, next to Chicago, but we'll talk about it. I'm just saying, I got friends from New York. They swagger different. Even when they're around you, they might show you a little respect. But at the end of the day, they think they the coldest motherfucker in the room. I'm not mad at that. I think Stephen A. Smith, upon meeting and talking to him several times, I think he's at the point where if he wasn't the pinnacle, I might go with that story. But he's considered the best at what he does.
He's the guy.
Yeah, give a fuck about a dude that's about to retire. He don't care. He wants the relationships with the Lukas. He wants the relationships with the Kevin Durant's, the Anthony Edwards, the guys that's gonna be in the league. She don't have no problem with Steph. He could. I really think he could give a fuck about what LeBron thinks about him. And he said he kind of alluded to the story that LeBron tried to backdoor him to the network. So that now you fucking with you. I wasn't fucking with your job.
You're taking food off my.
I was not fucking with your job.
I
was critiquing you, and I was critiquing your son, and you took it a personal way. And I tried to tell you I was never talking about you being a father, but you didn't want to hear it. Fine, but I ain't trying to take no money out your pocket, huh? I'm pretty sure that Stephen A. done been out on a late night excursion as a single man and has seen a lot of these NBA players outside with motherfuckers they ain't supposed to be with. And he ain't said a motherfucking word. But he could. But now he be first. And then I'd be like, oh, you a hoe ass nigga. SAS. But from a journalistic standpoint, from a person, yeah, do I think he a little arrogant? Do I think he has that bravado? But I say, I know a lot of New Yorkers are like that. But for doing what he does as a media person, hey, listen, man, I respect the man grind. And at the end of the day, when he said something as to the fact that he think Bron tried to backdoor, he knows for a fact that Bron tried to backdoor him on some shit at the network, and I look at Bron crazy now. Because they both are powerful.
Yep.
Stephen A is going to use the power of the media. LeBron going to use the power of his stardom to make shit happen. So it's like, that's why I said if they get to going back and forth in the media, Bron's not going to win that one.
Do you
because
think
the
Stephen
media
A
guys are going to side with Stephen A.
Do you think Stephen A ever sits down with LeBron and have a conversation?
Nope. Well, if they do, it'll be like years. Stephen A will be Skip Bayless' age and Bron will be in his 50s. Because Stephen A is, about 2 years older than me? I'm 55. He's about 57, 58.
Oh, y'all went to school together.
Yeah, fuck you. And Bron is, 41, 42? Bron will be in his 50s. Stephen A will be in his late 60s or 70s. And then they'll have to talk. Because, I mean, hell, Bron, I'm like I said, it comes back to the sensitivity thing. Bron don't like Skip Bayless. Because Skip Bayless used to be critical of him. So, where do you draw the line? That's why it's so funny to me when the same athletes that talk about the motherfuckers that's in the booth that never played the game, but then when you got to sit in this booth, can you be objective? Because that's the job.
Yep.
Not hold nobody dick because it's your man. If he stink, he stink, and you got to say it. But now, you got a relationship with Buddy. We comics all the time will watch somebody else special and say, I ain't like it. Now, when we see that comment, and the comment like, damn, man, you ain't like my special. That hit different now, don't it? But you, just a person that's not a comedian that's watching it, you can say that shit sucked, and then when you can see him, you can say that shit sucked again, because that ain't your man. You don't know him. Or you got people that go on tour with comics and won't speak bad about a special or something they do because that's their bread and butter. I ain't mad at that. But when you come over to the side where if I'm going to become a critic and I'm going to call it like I see it, you can't sit up here and bullshit and dance around the fact that, you stink. So when I hear guys like, shout out to Stack and them or the Gills Arena, when I see them tiptoeing around somebody playing trash, I'd be like, oh, that's their friend. That's their friend. Like, I got friends in the game, Deion Cole, D. Ray Davis. If they was to do something bad, let's just say, not gonna want none of my guys like that, but let's just say D. Ray Davis get caught with cocaine, right? As somebody working at WGCI, if that's news, I'm gonna report it. Now, I'm not gonna give my comments on it.
Okay.
I say D. Ray Davis allegedly was caught with blah, 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 blah. He's yet to go to trial. We'll give you more on this story as it come out.
But in that same position, do you feel that you should say something because you know him personally?
No,
Nothing.
I'm reporting the news.
Okay.
Now, if I get asked about it, hey, man, I'm pretty sure this will all work itself out. The D. Ray I know, that's not the D. Ray I know.
Gotcha.
But if he did, look what's going on with our guy right now.
Yeah. True.
We know that, brother. But it's like, if you did it, hey, you got to own up to it. I can't help you with that. That still don't change, that you one of the funniest to ever do it coming out of the city. But you fucked up. All right, let's bounce back. So I just think, again, Stephen A. sometimes goes a little bit over the top in his critiques. I'm not doubting any of that. He can be a jerk sometimes, but I think that's just the New York. That's the bravado. He's the best at what he does. Like, he's the highest paid over there.
I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with him.
I would too. And at the end of the and I've had a conversation with him before, later with Leon. And that's why I got it like, okay, I get it. You're not this villain. Sometimes people hate, look, let's be honest. Sometimes people hate when you say shit and stand on it. Let's be honest, dog. If you say something and they go against their beliefs and their norms and what they believe in, they hate you. You're a bad guy. You're this. No, I'm not. I just don't agree with what the fuck you're saying. And if I should so happen to agree with that person that don't agree with what you're saying, that don't make me a bad guy, that don't make them a villain, I'm a proponent of free speech.
Yes, I'm with that.
But then people be like, well, what about hate speech? You can't have free speech and not have hate speech. You can say whatever the fuck you want to. The consequences for it, that's on you. That might fall that way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Klan should be able to, if the Klan want to go march downtown Chicago, go ahead. But you got to do the same for the Black Panther Party.
And you got to deal with the YNs that's gonna pull up on you.
But I'm just saying, you got to deal. You got to let the Black Panther Party do the same
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
With no restrictions, nothing. Now, so I mean, I just think, I said from working on the media side of it, I get it now, and that's what a lot of people that do podcasts and all these blogs, who are not held responsible for anything, who will put out some non-factual information about somebody that could be damaging to them, and they don't have to come back and make a retraction statement. Whereas if I say something wrong on that air, man, my program director is calling that studio phone. You get your ass back on, and you've seen them do that on ESPN.
Yep.
You see, whether right or wrong, like I feel like they did Jalen dirty because he disagreed with a female. I didn't like that shit, but that's what they do. Hey. We are not about to lose 35% of our female viewers for that shit you said. So go back on there, say you sorry. And they made Stephen A. do it. So what do we, I'm just saying, athletes are sensitive. Reporters, it may be a little animosity because I didn't make it, or I have to do this shit, and I have to talk to you. I have to, put your nuts on my chin because you the star, and I'm just. But I'm just as in my field.
I'm him.
I am as accomplished as you.
I super get it.
What the fuck you gonna tell? I don't know what would championship rings be in his field, but I make more than a lot of your teammates, and don't have to do as much work. I ain't got to work out to talk to this microphone. So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I hope they work it out. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree. If you ask Stephen A., he could be like, "We don't like each other, cool." But you know why the podcasters and every show he's going is gonna ask? Because those two names are gonna bring numbers, and people are gonna watch. You know that the algorithm shit.
Baby. Yep.
Algorithm shit, man.
You want to make your announcement, or are we holding off? The big news,
I'm gonna hold off.
Okay,
I'm
all right, okay.
I'm gonna hold off. Got some stuff cooking though for all my old school hip hop heads. Y'all gonna like it. I'm gonna hold off though, till we running official.
Well, I love it.
Yeah. But yo, man, to everybody that's out there rocking with us, man, continue to rock with us on Instagram, TikTok. I'm finna start going crazy on TikTok, man. I got an idea for TikTok that I want to start doing, but I'm finna go start going crazy on the Sports Unplugged TikTok. So stay tuned for that, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll get back at it. All right, soon. See you again. Peace.